Clinton Public Library on Tuesdays, but Kate was kind enough to change to this Wednesday. And it's not going to be about the library, because it's going to be about Kate Struble, who is getting ready to go to Bulgaria. She'll be leaving in a month. So again, Kate, what is it that you're going to be doing in Bulgaria?
Yes, so I will be teaching English in Burgas, Bulgaria. So it's the most eastern point in Bulgaria. It's close to Istanbul, Turkey. So I'll be primarily working with 11th and 8th graders and teaching them English and about American culture.
So how did this come about for you?
Yeah, I've been wanting to teach English and live abroad for quite some time. I learned about this program at the University of Iowa when I was a student there, and I've been working on applying in the background for quite some time. So, yeah, now it's time for me to go and do this thing. So I'm very excited.
So how long ago did you find out about this?
As far as like that I got it.
Yes.
I found out the first week of April.
Okay, so you really haven't had too much time to get ready for it. You're going to be leaving in late August.
Yeah. Yes. What's good is I'm glad that I found out in early August, because for some other countries within the same program, if you will, like they didn't notify the finalists until later, like late August or May, and some folks have to leave in July, like this month. So the turnaround is even shorter. So yeah, it works out, and hopefully by August I'll be ready to go. I have a lot to do between now and then, but it'll be good. It'll get done.
So what are the feelings right now? Anxious, nervous, excited, all of the above?
Yeah, I think all of the above. I'm mostly I'm just very excited, thrilled for the opportunity, and I think it's definitely starting to feel real. I just picked up my visa last week, so that's a big item that's crossed off the to-do, because I get a visa for a year, and I had to go to Chicago to get it, and it was a whole thing, which obviously makes sense. But yeah, just feeling really grateful. I think everything will start to feel more real, like probably just a week leading up to it, and then once I'm there, I'm sure I'm going to be like, oh wait, like this is really happening.
How big of a language barrier is there going to be for you?
Yeah, so many Bulgarians speak English well, especially like they teach it as a second language. So I think that the language barrier, Bulgarian is a difficult language. It's most closely like Russian. So I have been making strides in learning the language, but that will need to intensify in the coming weeks before I go.
So how have you been learning that?
Yeah, they do provide a course, like the program that I'm going. So it's kind of like an introductory course before I arrive, and then at our orientation we get like an intensive Bulgarian like course. Like most mornings will be learning basic Bulgarian phrases. The biggest piece of advice I've gotten from different folks is just making sure you know the Cyrillic alphabet, because once you know it, you can kind of sound it out, like especially for like signs and those basic things I will need to navigate. So that's step number one. So
again, visiting with Kate Struble. She is her last day at the library. They got anything going on for you today there at the library?
Well, I'm mostly just cleaning up my area. I brought some donuts. Last month we had a cake during our like training day, so everybody was there, which was really kind. So yeah, I'll just be cleaning up my desk and saying goodbye to my coworkers, finishing up a few emails, and yeah, then I'll be leaving. I'm actually leaving at like 11:30. So
okay, but then you're not leaving until late August. So
right.
What is going to be taking place over the next 6 weeks?
Yeah, I'm going to a Noah Kahn concert tonight in Chicago, and then I'm going to Chicago again with my dad tomorrow and Friday. So just trying to do a lot of fun things and see my family and friends, making the most of it. I am going to complete a 60-hour like teacher certification course that I have to do before I get there. And my best friend Olivia is getting married in August, so there's a lot of fun festivities that come with that. I'm actually very honored I'll be officiating her wedding, so I got to get writing that, and that's a big honor. And there's another wedding I'm going to in between that, so lots going on. So I think it's good that I decided today's my last day. And again, all good things. But I think I told someone, I was like, yeah, this will be good because like I just have like a lot of tabs open in my brain, like like a desktop on a computer. I'm like, it'll be good to close one tab so I can focus on the other ones.
Your generation, you would certainly call it tabs. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about
Yeah.
that. So, talk a little bit about this program. You're going to be one of how many that are going over, and what this? Why did you decide to do this?
Yeah, so the program itself, there will be about 30 of us in Bulgaria. I think about 5 of the 30 are returning teachers, but we'll be spread out through Bulgaria teaching. So I'll be the only teacher in Burgas, is my understanding. But yeah, I just always wanted to do this. The last few years, I've been fortunate enough to travel quite a bit in Europe while working at the library, and it's just reaffirmed that like I want the opportunity to travel and to learn, but also to be in a community and really get that cultural immersion. I just think that's so important, and you learn so much about the world, but also yourself when you put yourself in those kind of situations. So I'm sure it'll be an experience of a lifetime. So I mean, it'll definitely be a challenge, but one I'm excited to face head on. And there's so many support systems in place, and I know like I've been fortunate enough to live at home, so I've been able to spend a lot of time with my family and friends here, and many of them want to come and visit, so it just makes sense.
So you might be
go.
getting visitors over there in
Yeah,
Bulgaria?
yeah. My best friend wants to come probably sometime in May. My sister wants to. My parents are hoping to come, and a few other friends. So yeah, we'll see if it happens. I think it will.
So what do you know about Bulgaria? What is the weather going to be like? Are there mountain ranges? Are there rivers? What do we got going on?
Yeah, the landscape in Bulgaria is really diverse. There are mountains, lakes. It actually has the most caves in the European Union or in Europe. You'll have to fact check me on that. But yeah, just a lot of different terrain. I mean, I'll be right on the Black Sea, so there's beaches, like tons of stuff to do. It's a great country to come and visit if you're into hiking. Lots of available hiking, mountain sport, like I'm learning so much. Apparently you can ski there. And golf is becoming more of a thing. I don't know. Like I'm just excited to go and see.
So much you are going to learn while
Yeah,
you're there. You're saying
yeah.
they start September 15th is the first day of school, and they'll
Yeah.
go until June.
Yes.
So you're there until June.
Yeah. So I'll be able to see and experience the different temperatures. I mean, they do have different seasons. It doesn't get as cold as it does here in Iowa. I think the coldest it gets is like 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And then it gets warm just like it does here. But yeah, it'll be fun to experience all those things.
What about the food? Have you checked into that at all?
Yeah, so because I'll be on the water, I think there'll be a lot of seafood, but I think there'll be a lot of like meat and potatoes kind of idea. But because of where Bulgaria is situated, it's close to Turkey. It was formerly a part of the Soviet Union. So all of those different influences, like I think there'll be a lot of different cuisine to try. So.
What about packing? How much do you have to take over there with you?
Well, that's the question that my mom and I need to face head on. We've been discussing it, We think, well, I'm limited to 2 checked bags and then 1 carry-on and like 1 personal item. So I don't know. That'll be the question.
Well, you can do
we
some
face.
shopping while you're over there.
Yeah, I hear that the shopping is really nice over there, and there's a lot of thrifting options too. So, it's like I'll pack what I think is best, and if I need something, it'll be over there too to purchase.
And I would imagine while you're there, with the other teachers, you're going to develop lifelong friendships. You're going to have pen pals.
Yeah. I'm really excited. Like, I've already met a lot of folks who live there, like Bulgarians and Americans who are a part of their speech program. So I'm already feeling really like embraced and excited to meet people in person. I mean, I'm going a few days early in August to just kind of acclimate and meet people in my cohort, and that process will continue, especially that first week, and then we'll be hanging out, and I'm sure that the students I meet will just be wonderful. So,
And you mentioned earlier that people have done this more than once. So are you thinking about maybe doing this again?
I'm not sure. It will really depend on what my experience is like. If I'm offered the opportunity to return, I'm not sure what that would look like. I think I'll get what I want from it out of 10 months, but who knows? Who knows what I'll say come June or July. So we'll just have to see.
And then you will be back for Christmas, or extended an invitation to have you come back into the
Yes,
studio again.
thank you. Yeah,
But this
I'd be
is
happy
for
to
the
do
Clinton
that.
Public Library, so in the last 10, 15 seconds, what's going on at the library? How can people find out more information?
Yeah, at the library, come visit us. Or if you want to learn more about what we have going on, visit our website. It's clintonpubliclibrary.us.
Best of luck to you over
Yeah,
there.
thank you.
You're listening to AM 1340 KROS, Clinton, Iowa.
FM 105.9.
And KROSradio.com.
This is Radio Iowa. The Abenuse County Sheriff is